Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. That does seem to have worked. And dragged that other bit in as well, ideal, fantastic. There, and I bring you over like this. And then go. Right. He's left a little bit there, but I'm hoping he'll get the... No, he's... Okay, he's leaving big bits here. You know what? We'll worry about that in a minute. Let's get you up and running a second. I am going to go right over to the other side in front of that one and try and get those little bits that are up on the hill, just in case it tries to do something stupid like turn in the wrong direction and go and pick some of that up, which we could really do without. Okay. That corner, I might need to do some changes. He seems to be doing alright, actually. He's doing a better job than I'm doing. Right. Let me go along the side of there and get that bit, and I missed that bit down there. I'm going to see if I can get that. And then I've got to race him back down to the other end of the field. What about these bits down here? So there's a piece up there on the side. It looks like I'm never going to be able to pick that up. But I can pick up those bits down there. And then lift up and we go running down here. See if I can beat you down there. I need to get there first. It's imperative that I get there first. This... Oh, this is brilliant. Just wait. Wait. I need to be here first. No, stop. Oh, you fool. You absolute fool. What did you do that for? Right in the way there. And now I've knocked him off course. I don't know if he's going to correct himself properly, or if he's going to be completely off course for that last bit. I don't know now. Which way is he going to go? Oh, he's looking like he might have actually corrected himself. So I may have knocked him off course. He's kind of remembered where the course was. Right. Well, that's a positive, I suppose. Let's just tidy this bit up here, shall we? Let's go and get these two little bits. Otherwise, it's going to end up bugging me. It'll probably bug some of you as well. Some of you are probably wondering why on earth I'm messing around with that, considering how much straw we've got. I don't blame you. It is a peculiar thing to want to go and do, but I don't like leaving these spots everywhere. There isn't a setting in the game where you can just, like, say, get rid of those bits. I know that we could be running seasons, but not everybody likes seasons. Alright, that's why I like to do some stuff with and some stuff without. And I actually... I like seasons to a certain extent, but I don't know. There are aspects of seasons. It makes it a lot more difficult for a let's play. Certainly for doing like the time lapse, it works. But for doing a let's play series, seasons just slows things down big time, and it makes it quite difficult to run through and do anything. Even if I was doing a hardcore series and I specifically set it so that everything is much more difficult. Seasons is more hardcore, most definitely, but even with the hardcore series, seasons wouldn't be right. It would just make everything take way too long compared to what it otherwise would be, and that kind of like sucks the fun out of it a little bit and makes it rather dull for watching and so on. So that's why I keep seasons just to the time lapse and not worry about it any other time. So let's stop you right there, and we'll go back up to this one. Not going to bother putting that other tractor onto... Okay, I like the pull away right there. That was pretty good. Pretty fast there. He's already building up speed. That was nice. I like that. Yeah, we'll worry about putting that tractor down there onto a seed drill in a little while. We're not going to do that just yet. We get this over to the mill, get this sold, get our money, pay off 100. Well, actually, we won't be able to quite pay off 100,000 on our loan just yet. We're going to have to wait until we've gotten a little bit of the straw back, and then we'll be able to clear 100 grand on the loan. Then we got to do another harvest. We've got to do the canola. We get that canola sold. Canola prices are on a par with oats, actually. There's maybe a couple hundred in it. So we're going to be getting about the same as we've got for the oats with the canola, except that we don't... I mean, I'm kind of hoping that the canola gives a higher yield, because if they give the same as the oats, then oats is definitely more profitable than canola, because the oats, we got straw as well. Alright, you got to take that into account. So I'm kind of hoping that the yield that we get on the canola is quite a bit more than the actual oats yield that we're getting. 12, 10, 10 to go. We're on 70 grand, 80,000. I said that we'd be 90-something. We are 90-something. We're 93,000 essentially. 93,000 euros right there. A couple loads of straw, because actually maybe one load of straw if it's completely filled up load to the brim. That is going to get us our 100,000, and that'll be enough that we can then go and pay off half of the excess loan. Alright, we want to keep that. We want to get that back down below 200,000, or, well, back down to 200,000 at least. Then we're good to go. And the next thing, I think we probably will just save up and buy that field right there. And then after we've bought that field, so we've got 2 fields up the top, plus we've got the these fields here in front of the house. That's a good sort of setup, I think. That's enough fields there to keep us going. It's enough to be able to generate a reasonable amount of profit. And then we can start worrying about the cows. So we need to get another 150 grand for the arable field. Then we need another 150,000 or 160,000 for a cattle field. And then we're going to go and want, on top of that, another 100,000. Well, we got to be able to buy cows. We got to be able to buy a grass field. We can get a small grass field. We're going to want mowers. We're going to want... Okay, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to want. Cows are going to be expensive. We may end up having to just, you know, forget about the whole restricting the loan and go out again and get more loans so that we can get some cows at least and get started on that. And then change things over afterwards. I don't know. I'm in an iron. I don't really know what we're going to do on that. Right, oats, canola is our next job in here. I am going to go over into that corner over there. And that's where I'm going to set the hired help going first, right back into this corner. Because what I'm hoping is that if I start back in here, the hired help will then be able to do all the rest of this field without any problem. So I'm going to back you up like that. And I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go AI extension like that. And I'm going to press H right on there. And because I put that down on top of that little bit of straw that was right back in the corner, it has gone and covered that bit up. It's gone and gotten rid of it, which is good. We like that. So this is listed under the things that we like. So you come out to there. Now you back up a little bit. I need you to turn round here and do so sensibly. What are you planning to do here? Are you actually going to be able to do this? I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that would be a firm no. You're not able to do this. This is a little bit too much for you to cope with, so I am just going to manually get you round that corner there. I think I missed any. If I did, the hired help will pick it up next time round and get himself all hung up on the side of the barn again. Shouldn't have missed any. Right, the rest of it, I'm hoping they will be able to cope. We're going to leave them to it. We're just going to assume that they know what they are doing. I know that is a very dangerous assumption to make with hired help, but at this stage I feel that I don't have a lot of choice. And I'm going to get up to the top field. That rate... Wait. Can someone explain to me why it's now going back across the field again? Like, it's about to go and do... We've had that happen before. I don't understand why it would go back across the field. That makes no sense at all. Why does it get up to the... Yeah, it drove up to the field. Maybe it's like just feels that it needs to be turned around a little bit, and it doesn't like the fact that it's untidy there. I mean, it could be. I was just watching that one reverse into the corner, and it reversed into the corner, sort of. It got back to there and then decided that it didn't like it and just gave up and ran away. So we will start that one back up again and hopefully have the hired help take over if I go like that. Go on, out you go. Get that planted in there. So he did the rest of the outside round without any trouble. He just got back into that corner, reversed into it a little bit, and then could go no more. It just couldn't cope with it. But for the rest of it, I'm kind of hoping that he is actually going to be able to deal with it. So we can let you keep going with that one, and you are doing a grand job with the raking up through there. We don't need to worry about you. Yeah, you're away. You're doing just fine. So I'm going to go back with this one, and we are going to continue on with gathering up the straw. I'm going to get this run up through here like this. We've got one field planting right now, and we've also got... Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I know. I'm on a new recording. I just need to double check. Did I get that top field? Start landscaping. Oh, I haven't got the straw from up here yet. All right. Wait a minute then. We won't get the straw from here. We will go up and... Well, I love the landscaping thing. I absolutely love the landscaping thing. It allows us to just double check on different situations here and there with absolute ease. It's really, really easy to be able to just go and check on something like that. It's absolutely fantastic. And we'll go like that, and then go dashing off up the top. Right, well, if I'm going up the top, I will just dump out the rest of this straw here, and then we can run up there, and we can get a full thing of straw going in. So let's unload you there. By the time we've cleared that top field, we should have done most of the drilling as well. So, I mean, we've got our two drills working. We've got that one over there, and then once that raking is done in the field there, we'll be able to get the second drill running. And the drills are fairly efficient now. We've got that down fairly well. So we'll be able to let that one just... Those will just sort of be able to carry on and do whatever it is that they need to do. The drills will go and put the fertilizer on at the same time anyway, so we don't need to add anything extra to that. The only thing that we can't do is get sort of 2 layers in one. Now, we could go and use the... oh, what's it called? The oilseed radishes, something like that, but honestly, I don't really want to do that because it's not... It isn't any faster. It just means that we got to plant an extra crop in between, and we don't gain any. If we don't gain any time efficiency doing that, we're not gonna. It's not gonna benefit us in any way by going and doing it like that. So we won't worry about it. We won't go using that, and we'll just have to put the fertilizer down after the first growth stage. With the 45 meter spread on the fertilizer spreader, it's not exactly going to be taking us a long time to do the fertilizer spinning anyway. And as we start to accumulate more fields, get more land going here, then it's, you know, we'll have 2 fertilizer spreaders running anyway. And that's what I'd like to do, is I build up a sort of fleet, and that's what I did previously. The only thing that you kind of got to do one tractor at a time is gathering up straw, whether it's baling or gathering up loose like this. I mean, once I reach a certain point with the amount of land, I don't tend to, or I didn't used to bother with the straw at all. I would just chop it and leave it and not bother collecting it. it's just not worth it. Once you reach a sort of set size on your farm, it's not really worth it. I mean, maybe if we have a baler that can bale at a reasonable speed, and then we go round with quite big trailers with auto load on them, maybe then it is actually worth the time and effort of going and collecting up the straw, because like we can run over the fields fairly quickly with the baler, and then we can go back through and gather up the straw. And we know we've got that mod that does adjust the bale size, so we've got the bale adjustment mod. And so instead of, like, I did 8,000 litre bales on the Boulder Canyon hardcore one, and that's, you know, supposed to be relatively realistic. So I think we could probably get away with a 12 or even a 16,000 litre bale on this one, and it wouldn't be particularly out of place. I think that we could probably get away with that. Now, what about you? You are taking your time, aren't you? And you're going to continue to take your time. So what I'm thinking is, if I was to manually do a couple of passes along this end of the field, I could then leave this field. So if I bring you out like this, there, I've just emptied out that trailer right now. 7,200 euros in harvest income. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good rate, really, when you think about it. 7,200 euros for just one trailer load of straw. And we're going to get a few trailer loads. I like this. I like this a lot. I like the idea of having lots and lots of straw coming in. Let's give this a spin round. I think one more pass would be enough. And then I can set this one. I'm actually going to set this one going, I think, with the standard hired help. I think that will be just fine, rather than using the AI extension just to finish this piece off. And then we've got the planting done in here. So if I go whizzing up through there like that, and get that bit done. Let's not drive into the wall like that. That's probably not going to do our machinery a lot of good. You rip into the wall like that, it doesn't help the tractor tires at all. Okay, I need to do a... So it's going to have to come out over here somewhere, like that, I would say. And then if I go here and I turn that one off like that, and then I go... Helper I is complete. No, you have not completed anything. Do not start that nonsense again, or I am going to get very upset with you. Like, honestly, there's no need for this. There is absolutely no need for it. I'll let it slide this time, but see that it doesn't happen again. I will not be putting up with your nonsense. Alright, anyway. No, I want to go to this one. We'll put the combines away later. We won't worry about putting those away just yet. We'll get you back up to the top field. We've got probably 2 more runs to do up there before we come back down to this bottom field. And the straw is... The rake with the straw is actually coming along fairly nicely on that. Just wondering if I... What's the straw situation like? Oh, no, I've already done a single pass over on the other end. So it shouldn't go dumping the straw out onto property that we don't own. At least I'm hoping that's going to be the case. Now, I'm going to leave that little short run, and I'm going to go straight into this long run. And I'll tidy up the short runs right at the end of this pickup. Right, once I've done like the rest of the field, I'm hoping will end up being a little bit quicker to do it like this. Also, if we end up leaving a little tiny bit of straw, if we've got like just a few litres left up here, a few little patches, I'm actually just going to leave it. I'm not going to worry about coming back and collecting it, picking it all up. I'm just going to leave it right where it is and not do anything with it at all. So 1 pass up across there, and I'm on 42% of that trailer load. So then I will go over onto this one and try and straighten it out as I come back down through. There we go. Excellent. This one, I don't think this is going to have any more straw in it. I mean, it might. It's because it's the outside round, we may end up with just a fraction more in this windrow than we did on... Yeah, we definitely got more on this windrow than we did on the last one. Look at that. Yeah, that is crap. That is a big old windrow. Right, and then one more one more load. That'll do it. That will finish off this field. Okay, And then we'll be able to drop down and get started on the next one. We should be down into the next field before either of the other two tractors have finished their current jobs. Which means that we can, once the other two have finished and move round, we'll be able to get one tractor working down here on this smaller field and one tractor working up the top on that smaller field up there. So if I start tipping you there, let's go and have a look. You are out over here. You've got one more pass up across the field, and then that job will be finished. And you down here, you've got a little bit to go. So I'm going to go back to this one. I'm just going to watch this one go up across the field. Do his final pass up across the field. And then we can take this one, we can put it back, and we can get that tractor hooked onto a seed drill and get that started on the field up at the top. We had another 7,000 come in just then for the straw. So that's 2 lots of, I mean, if we've had 2, it'll be 3 lots on the top field. We'll probably end up getting 7 trailer loads down here if we sort of work through what we've already had. So 7 trailer loads plus the 3 at the top. That's 70 grand for straw. I mean, I don't know. We may not quite get 7 trailer loads, but I mean, $70,000 euros, sorry, for straw. That I'd say that's pretty good. And we've had 14 of it so far. So we've got another 56,000 to come in. Allow 6,000 for wages and fertilizer and so on. And we're doing pretty well. Like, that's going to take us to 160,000, which isn't far off being able to buy another field, is it? How much is field 27? That's the only other one that I want to buy at the moment before 153. Right, we will be able to afford to buy field 27. Now, that at the moment has got sunflowers on it. I'm planting in these other fields canola. And if I look here, that is growing. So what we'll probably end up doing is buying up that field, harvesting the sunflowers at the same time as we harvest the canola, and then we've got one more field that we can add to the collection for doing any future stuff. So we'll get like an extra crop out of that one. It's going to be a different crop. I mean, our next one to plant is going to be sunflowers anyway. So I could buy it, just not harvest it when we're doing a canola harvest. Leave the field sitting there, and then go and just harvest it at the same time as all the sunflowers. Just include it in that, because either we do that or we harvest it straight away. And then harvesting straight away does make a bit more sense, you know, considering that we're going to end up with like more crop. Yeah, we'll see what we want to do after we've gone and done this. So I need to make sure I check there. We've changed that over to canola. We'll run you up to the top field and get you started. I'm not going to do anything like along the edges of the field or anything. I'm just literally going to start you on one side of the field. Once I've cleared the rest of the straw, I will then move this one over and start working the other side of the field, so that it doesn't get left with a piece right on the end. If I go like that, that's on normal, which is what I want. So you're going to come up to there, and away you go. Right. I can leave that one doing that. You are doing a great job there. Let's get back up to that top field and get the last of the straw from it. Then we can come down here and start working on this one down here, ready for that tractor over there to start planting in there. We get the canola going. I'm kind of liking the idea of getting this next field up here, and then that's all of the fields that I kind of want for a minute. All of them are all purchased. Certainly make life a little bit easier for us. Right, I'll go with this run right here. And then we'll get up to the other end of the field and get the couple of small patches that we've left behind up there. We should be able to get every single bit of straw that we've got left in this field into this one now. There's a little tiny bit over there. There was a bit that I left down the end. We'll be able to go and get that as well. You're away. And I'm hoping that that tractor can actually turn round properly despite the trees being there. Might not be able to. And we may need to just come and do a couple of passes down this end of the field. But I'm thinking we probably won't. I mean, I'll do a couple of passes. We'll keep an eye on it because I'm already working in this field and he is able to move fairly quickly. We can let him get up there. The only thing with the sunflowers in this field is I'm just wondering about the ploughing. Whether I start doing some ploughing and extend this field out while the crop is still growing and just accept that we go into the crop a little bit, or if I wait until I've harvested the field and then go and pick up the go and do it while the other fields are still being cultivated and drilled. Because sunflowers have got to be planted with a plant. Ooh, now that's a point, isn't it? I might be able to go and buy this field, but I wanted to go and purchase an upgrade. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to get a bigger machine. I wanted to get, not a bigger one. I wanted to be able to have a faster planter and have another planter as well. Right, you come all the way out to there like that. And then if I turn that hired help off a second and I bring you over here, we'll do a double pass down here. Bring you out that side and just kind of put the wheels on that side like that. And down you go. If you whiz off along there and just deal with that bit a second, and then we can spin you around and you can come back up the other way. The hired help may struggle to... Helper D has completed their task. I can't actually get you on the next field yet because I don't quite have the straw cleared out of the way. So if I just manually turn this guy around a second... Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to do that. One pass along this top end should be enough. And then if I go this side right here, and I get him working down this side of the field, like this, I'll just bring it in a little bit. We'll go to about there, I think, and off you go. Right. You go whizzing off down through there, and I don't need to worry about you anymore now. You have got a little bit more to do there, but I'm not actually going to deal with that. This field, we're done at least with straw. I'll pop down here, and if I get started on this field, I'm going to empty out the straw that we've got, and then I want to get started on the left-hand side of the field here. And then I can get the seed drill in there as well. So I'll bring you in over here like that. And while that one's doing that, you're fine over there. We'll get you over this side and we'll go up and we'll just plant that little tiny piece that's right there. That shouldn't be too difficult. Drop that one down and... Right. That's done in there. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. And for those of you wondering, the paid promotion notification that came up at the beginning of the video is because in the description down below, you will find a link to Fanatical. I have an affiliation with them. If you use that link, I will earn a small commission on anything that you choose to purchase. But that is all we have got time for, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well, that would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, this is Frithgar, goodbye, and see you later.